What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of July 28th through August 3rd, 2025. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for this transitional week between July and August. We're also going to take a look at what you don't see coming and get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. So if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Aries. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what's coming your way for this transitional week between the months of July and August. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on here for you, Aries. Ooh. Damn. All right, Aries. So it looks like for a lot of you, especially if you're single, you have a lot of divine protection here when it comes to entering into a new relationship that's more balanced and will make you feel like more of yourself, okay? This is really a great week, the 28th of August to the 28th of July to the 3rd of August, to be in your physical body, your physical embodiment. And some of you here are going to meet, I feel like, some sort of counterpart here, or someone that reflects to you your basic needs in life. And it's going to feel like a makeover kind of experience. It's going to be very, very exciting for you. But first, you know, there something may fall apart during, you know, especially the early to late part of this week, the 28th to the 3rd. There could be a moment of completion in a really dramatic way that basically, like, unlocks you. It unlocks you. And I feel like this is a time where you're really just not going to care what people think about you anymore right now. Okay, and so let's break it down for you. Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. And these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, that Spirit wants you to embody for your own highest good for the 28th to the 3rd. And the first one is the first house of the self and identity. And the first house in astrology is all to do with the physical body, your personality, the way that you come off to other people at the moment-to-moment, minute-to-minute, day-to-day level. So if you're driving around your neighborhood, what aura do you give off? And the first house is obviously ruled by Aries. So I feel like it's time for a makeover. For some of you, you will actually feel like reborn. You may feel a little bit reborn, like you're going through a rebirth when it comes to yourself. So maybe it's a good time to, you know, get a haircut, or for some of you, do something to make yourself feel good in your body. Speaking of that, you have the moon, feelings and subconscious. The next energy that you need more of is the moon. So the moon deals with the unconscious side of yourself, your basic needs in life, and also your emotions. It also has to do with women, and also the frequency of the mother nurturing other people, your emotional expression. So I really feel like it's time for you to start, you know, to find someone that you're going to be able to express your feelings towards. I feel like there's a relationship that's ending that basically someone could never take in your emotions. They were always very cold to your emotions here, okay? And so for some of you, there's going to be this internal battle because as you glow up, as you have this rebirth, this reinvention of yourself, I feel like there's going to be this temptation now that you're all dolled up or you're feeling fresh to like reach out to someone around you. I feel like this is a past person that you know basically is not really emotionally available, but they will really appreciate your glow up and your upgrade. So I feel like the question is, are you going to give yourself away to something in that way that's kind of like just going to take you into the past? That you may be connecting to a fellow Aries as well. The next energy that you need more of is actually Aries. So loving yourself, and I feel like for some of you may actually be connecting to someone who has Aries energy. But if we talk about the Aries moon, if someone's a lot of Aries moon, whether you're Aries sun, ascendant, or moon or Venus, and you're watching this right now, if you're an Aries moon, this is a special message for you. But with the Aries and the moon sign in the first house, I feel like it's time for you to actually be a little bit emotionally aggressive in your own life. And there's some sort of benefit to that where it comes to you being able to get away with it and to basically keep the haters at bay, literally, for some of you. But you have you have the Chariot in your opportunity. So this is about freedom of movement. The Chariot is all about divine protection. It could also have to do something to do with a vehicle. Some of you may be kind of connecting to your own vehicle in a certain way. Now, I'm very connected to technology. I keep telling you guys this, and there's a really important reason I'm saying it. But let me put it this way. There was a big bubble on the tire of my car, and I basically got into a crazy situation where my eye, I walk outside and there's a bubble on my tire, and at the same time I have like this bubble in my eye that is like reflecting the tire. So basically I had to go get a new tire on my car, and as soon as the tire was completed and I got a new tire, the inflammation in my eyes just basically went away and the bubble disappeared. So now I'm thinking like, okay, how linked am I to this vehicle? Like, how is that possible? I know how it's possible through astrology. I'm not going to explain it. But basically, for what you have to know, Aries, is that you do have divine protection to move forward. I feel like there's something that you need to move forward with instead of waiting on it. Your challenge is that you may be a little bit defensive. Your challenge is the Seven of Wands, which is all about being defensive. It's about also defending something that's worth defending. But I feel for many of you, your challenge is going to be that there's going to be this emotionally unavailable energy that you've already basically graduated from that is going to want to come around, that your challenge is to put up a boundary with it. There's someone in your life where you know that maybe even on a physical level too, on like a basic need level, they don't do it for you in some sort of way, but they're going to want to come around. But I like to view the Chariot as the ability to do whatever you need to do. You're pretty balanced between dark and light, and I think that's what this is about too. Don't be afraid to basically like emotionally spaz out on people, because I think it's actually going to put you in a better position. You know what I mean? They say that like nice people finish last sometimes, because most of the time nice is just like a people pleaser way of keeping yourself safe in your environment. But I feel like based on the world and how it's going, the moon and Aries, you may also be like, I don't know, some of you Aries women out there, you may need to like be around other Aries women. Maybe you hate women, or not that you hate women, but like there's something about like you potentially linking up with someone who shares your frequency, and that could be an Aries moon or like an aggressive type of like woman, I feel, honestly. But we're going to see why the Chariot and the Seven of Wands is in your opportunity and challenge. But let's go to your overall general energy. Your overall general energy is the Tower, the World, and also the King of Wands for this upcoming week. So something's coming to an end, but it's coming to an end in a dramatic way that's just going to like seal very quickly, because following the Tower, which is about a foundation of your life blowing up, there's a completion, and it's a very clean completion, and you get a gift for having gone through this experience. So on a soul level, on a spiritual level, you're going to be feeling minty, and I feel like that can translate into the physical if you allow it to. You also have the King of Wands here. So for some of you here, how are you going to expect anyone to find you if you're not really being your true self? I feel like for some of you Aries women out there could be a fellow Aries coming into your life. You know, don't be too attached to the gender here, but there's something about another fire sign entering your life as a result of you completing a major soul cycle. And you do have the freedom of choice with the Chariot. Some of you, there may be actually an opportunity for you to travel or you to get out and like use your vehicle for something right now, because yeah, it's really important. So let's go to what you don't see coming. And what you don't see coming, you have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. And in what you don't see coming, I intuitively feel like once you're feeling all good, you may be tempted to kind of, you know, link up with someone that you already know doesn't really, it's not that they don't like to see you shine, because they do like to see you shine, but there's something here about some sort of coldness that you're going to be re-entering into, possibly. Now, for some of you, you could have multiple options, and in what you don't see coming, there's like, especially if you're single, there could be multiple, I feel like there is, if you're a single Aries watching this, there is multiple people that want to be with you, want to get with you, and your opportunity is to kind of sling dick a little bit. And that's, I even mean that as a woman, not that you have a dick, but like with the moon and Aries, I really feel like there's something about stop keeping yourself on a leash. Time to take the leash off you. And I feel like there's someone here that probably wants to, I just get a weird vibe with this King of Swords. I don't know what it is, this King of Swords. Like someone, there could also just be some sort of final decision that you have to make that's difficult. But let's go to your advice. In your advice, you have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and also the Temperance card when it comes to your advice. And I feel like that's the thing where you're actually meeting someone this week, or you're linking up with someone from the 28th to the 3rd. You're starting to talk to them, open communication. That really is some sort of mirror or compatible relationship relative to the element of fire. I'm an Aries, a stellium Aries. Like I have so much Aries energy, and I love Aries. I just you can communicate freely without it's just raw. Like there's something about, you could even be advised you could even be advised to like enter into some sort of even sexual union with someone that is somehow balanced. Like maybe they can actually match your energy, or maybe there's some sort of harmony that will happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Every time I do that type of stuff, crazy stuff happens. I'm seeing green orbs. I'm seeing like it's not just about the physicality, but I think the physicality works really well for this week between you and someone. You could just be, I feel like the advice is, I think the person that you're going to be with is that, you know, you're aligned on like an energetic level, but there'll also be like a physical attraction here for this week. Now, I want to use these cards to clarify, but I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't cover up the naked people. So let's just leave it for now. We're just going to use this Radiant deck to clarify. So yeah, let's clarify the Tower first, right? Why is the Tower card here for you, Aries? In the first card coming out for this week, the overall general energy, we have the Three of Cups. I mean, so some of you could really be there. This could be an old friend group that is just leaving your life, but I feel like there's some sort of Tower moment that really opens up a bunch of new options for you. You know what I mean? With the Three of Cups, you have two potential like options in relationships for you. You have the Empress here coming out, the Three of Cups, the Empress. I feel like there's some sort of situation that is finally dissolved, that other people are just like, yes, finally, oh my God. Yes, finally, oh my God, now I can go talk to Aries. I feel like there's a question of long-term things, though, dissolving and how you deal with that. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles as well. So there's something here that you're like, you're ready to walk away from it, but it's still a challenge to do so because it's linked to your legacy. But your legacy is transforming right now. So don't be too attached to anything. And once again, I don't know if some of you are into like threesomes or something like that. Now maybe I lost some of you there, but I feel like there's something here about multiple people and maybe it all working out in some sort of way with Three of Swords. But there's definitely some energy that needs to go. Let's clarify the world. What is this completion? What is this gift? Because the world is also... Okay. You purging, being more of yourself, freshening up, actually maybe causing a tower for other people as well in a very synchronistic way. Not that you caused the tower, but there's something about a synchronistic tower for other people around you. You may be talking to them, you may not, that they're also going to go through. So it's like everything opens up for all parties involved at the perfect. It's all about timing. They say life is all about timing, right? Well, it seems like the timing of this week, as long as you do your best, works out really well. You could also be getting someone, you could also be getting with someone new. The Empress came out. That causes a tower for other people. Because whatever that emotionally unavailable energy is, I think that I think that might create some issues there. You also have the Queen of Wands, now we have the King and the Queen of Wands in this overall general energy, the Ace of Wands again, and the Four of Pentacles here when it comes to the world. So yeah, you're receiving your counterpart here. I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be another fire sign. You got each other's back. It's not a act, clack, clack, blocka, villainy. Nah, different album. But I feel like this is a secure, exciting, passionate relationship. You have the Ace of Wands twice. That could be something to do with healing the physical body, a great idea from Spirit. This is really good stuff. So I feel like you're just meeting someone here who's on your level, all right? And that's really important in life. I feel like you're going to start to date up in some way. Now, the Chariot is the Chariot is clarified by the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. I feel like this is about you finally breaking yourself out of... It's like you're walking down the side of a street and then someone just like comes up and picks you up, or you pick yourself up. AI, spontaneous generation, gives you a car. I mean, listen, the amount of times that I am in an isolated area, general isolated area, and I'm just doing my thing, I'm cooling out, I'm sitting, and there's just a car that's on with no one in it for like hours. No one around, no one in the on car. I was about... So what I'm saying is there's clearly a situation that has been keeping you stuck, depressed. I feel like whatever this is, it could be an air sign, man, woman, whatever, that the challenge this week is to not go back into it, because it's a stuck cycle. The Eight of Swords, you're not as stuck as you think, but you see how these two energies are converging into the Eight of Swords. So it's like, yeah, you're upgrading with technology here. Okay, you're upgrading with technology, I feel. And I feel like this is actually important, because I feel like you're meant to meet this individual or get with this individual somehow before everyone can have an official AI or AI girlfriend or boyfriend. There's something about that timeline needing to happen before everyone is like, well, I'll just sit with my robot. I mean, if you thought... Do I really want to say? No. Let's clarify why the... So yeah, you're just bursting out of a prison. Let's clarify why the Seven of Wands is in your challenge, though. It may be to keep someone. Okay, yep. Seven of Swords. Using someone that could be playing with you, scheming your emotions in some sort of way. Immaturity. So the person that you want to keep away is an immature schemer, backstabber. Okay, the person you want to keep away is just okay. You also have the Judgment, the Five of Cups, and the Strength card when it comes to your challenge. The Judgment, the Five of Cups, the Strength card, the Seven of Swords, and the Page of Wands when it comes to your challenge. So I feel like it's about calling judgment on a situation that's not making you happy, and then having the strength to put up a boundary, because you're basically going to be getting schemed if you don't on some level. Okay, and I feel like this level is maybe that someone is trying to keep you in that Eight of Swords energy in your opportunity. Like, you'll never amount to this. I'm the best you will ever have. Or like, you don't deserve that. And so there is something about when you align with someone who actually matches your own energy in a positive oriented way, then the negative Nancy's, whatever, name you want to give it, are going to flip out. This negative man is going to flip out. All right, so you may have a challenge to like, I don't know, there's just games, I don't know. Let's clarify why that Nine of Cups is here and what you don't see coming, because there is an element of synchronicity and magic involved in this whole thing. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Star, the Ten of Wands, and also the Seven of Cups when it comes to what you don't see coming. So I feel like this is you finally putting a boundary to a situation that should have been ended a long time ago, and then receiving some sort of wish fulfillment, futuristic. I feel like there's a futuristic relationship. Let's clarify that King of Swords, though. Now, this King of Swords doesn't have to be all bad. There could be some sort of positive energy. Let's see. Why is the King of Swords here? Though. Yeah. So the King of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles here. And I didn't sense good energy from the whole. I sensed a weird energy from this King of Swords. Make it a Queen of Swords if you have to, or if that's what you want. But because it's just the energy. I feel like this is someone who's gonna. It's like you are going to go miss an opportunity. Basically, that's what. There's someone who, if you stay attached to them, will cause you to miss an opportunity that could just absolutely change your life. I feel like it has to do with a person, a fire sign, and there could be an air sign that is doing this, because they're really tricky. They're good at the mental games. Once again, that immaturity, King of Swords, clarified by the Page of Cups. So what do we, it's like someone with a really hardened exterior, but when you break them down, they're basically just the Page of Cups. Somebody give that guy a map. Where are you going? That's really what I feel. And then you have the Chariot as well to, I feel like, just break out of this. Let's talk about maps. So yeah, let's also just clarify that advice. Let's clarify the Two of Cups in your advice for you. See, I'm just getting to the point today. I'm just information. I'm trying to resurrect. Well, I'm trying to get back to my readings of like service, but at the same time, I have to spaz when I have to spaz. But I'm not really spazzing right now. I think it's also because it's the first reading in a new environment. I'm like, I just need to break through something with that. So yeah, you'll be getting more readings. So why is the Two of Cups in your advice? Aries next to the Ace of Wands. I mean, this could be the best sex of your life. Speaking of longest sex of your... No, I'm kidding. But the Knight of Pentacles is about endurance, is about disciplining maybe your sexual energy for this opportunity or something like that. You also have... Well, yeah, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Emperor and the Queen of Cups here. The Emperor and the Queen of Cups, and also the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this could be your complete package. We also have the Empress coming out in this reading. We have the Emperor. So I feel like this is unconditional love. And hey, everything comes full circle, right? What energy do you need more of? Aries Moon. What is your advice? The Emperor, Aries, Queen of Cups, very moon-like energy, right? So I feel like this is someone who you can I feel like there's a relationship where you can slap them in the face or vice versa, and then you're just still best friends and you still have the best sex of your life. Whereas you are dealing with someone that may have tried to stab you, or may have tried to really hurt you and try to make you look out to something that you were, because you are an Aries, whether you're a Sun, Ascendant, Venus, whatever Aries, if you don't get slapped or slap someone in the face at least one time a week, you may have psychological issues for life. You will never hear that from a psychologist. You will never hear that from blah, blah, blah on the blah, 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 because this is the real shit. This is the real shit. If you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Venus, and you don't slap someone in the face or get slapped in the face within a week of time, you are unhealthy. Where are you going to heal that? Nowhere. So that's why you keep tuning in. That's why I thank you so much. So get ready for that, and I appreciate